guys! In this second part of the tutorial, you will learn how to create a Seesaw activity from scratch using the Seesaw extension as well as other tools found in Seesaw. So the very first thing you'll have to do is click on the Add button and click on Assign Activity. Since we are going to create this activity from scratch, you will have to create a new activity by clicking on the plus sign button here. This activity will be a digraphs activity. You can add instructions and even record yourself giving those instructions to your students if you feel that they need it. You can also add a multimedia instruction such as a video to accompany your activity. I'm going to start my activity by clicking the Add Template for Student Responses button and then selecting the Drawing tool. Once my canvas opens, I am then ready to begin. In this digraphs activity, I'm going to have my students sort between different digraphs. So the very first thing I want to create is a table. I'm going to click on the three-dotted menu on the left-hand side to start with some lines by clicking on the Shapes button and then choosing the line shape. Once I have it, I can then make it longer. I can also make it thinner and place it where I want. Once I have it in the correct place, I will then lock it in place so that students won't be able to move it once they access this activity. I will do that by clicking the three-dotted menu here and then clicking on the lock option. I will then insert two more lines. I'm going to flip the lines by clicking on the rotation button at the top and then making those lines longer. I can then make a copy of it by clicking on the three-dotted menu and click Duplicate once more. I will then place my lines where I would like them and lock them in place as well. Once I have created my chart, I can now start setting it up for my activity. I'm going to use the text box tool now to insert the categories for my chart. So because this is a digraphs activity, I'm going to use the digraphs CH. I can then modify this text box by clicking the three-dotted menu and choosing a different style or a different font and choosing the alignment. I can also change the color by moving this dot through the color bar and selecting the color that I want. I can then make a copy of this text box to use it in the other areas by clicking on the three-dotted menu again and clicking Duplicate. And then all I have to do is place the text boxes where I want them and change the digraphs. I'm also going to lock those in place so that students will not be able to move them. Once I have created the chart with the digraph categories, I can now start bringing in images from other websites using the Seesaw extension. And I can do that by opening up a new tab and looking for CH digraph words. As you can see, this search has provided me with different images of words that start with CH. So I can choose one of those. In this case, I'm going to choose this image here. And once it opens, I can then use the Seesaw extension to capture a selected area. So I'm going to select the chair, and once I let go of the mouse, it'll automatically bring it into the activity that I'm currently creating on Seesaw. As you can see, it'll enlarge it. I can then resize it by pushing in from the corners and making it the size that I want. I will then add all the images on the right-hand side to make it easy for my students to drag and drop those images under the correct digraph. I'm going to go back to the search, and again, I'm going to continue selecting all the images to bring into my Seesaw activity that I am creating. Once I have imported the images, as you can see, they will have a link from the website that I brought them in from. If you want to get rid of this link, all you have to do is click on the image, click on the three-dotted menu, then select link and click the X. Now the link will be gone. I will then continue to do the same and bring in 4 images for each of the digraph categories. If I had a YouTube video that I wanted my students to watch on digraphs and I wanted to insert that video into this activity safely, I can do that by finding the video on YouTube and copying the link. Then I would go to saveyoutube.net and insert the link here so that it'll generate a link that will make it safe for my students to watch this video. In other words, it will eliminate all YouTube commercials or ads and only give the students the content of the video. I will then copy the link and bring it back to my Seesaw activity. Once in my Seesaw activity, I can include this video by clicking on the three-dotted menu on the left-hand side and clicking on the link tool. I will then paste the Save YouTube link here and click the green check mark. As you can see, the video will be inserted into the activity as a link. You can then move it over to wherever you'd like to place it and lock it in place. In order to see the video, the students will have to click on the link of the video and it'll take them to the Save YouTube website to safely watch this YouTube video without ads or commercials. Another thing I can include is screen and voice instructions. In order to do that, I will need to use the microphone tool. Once I click on it, you'll see that it'll start recording my screen as well as my voice. Hello, boys and girls. In this activity, you will be sorting digraphs. The very first thing you have to do is watch the video found on the upper left-hand corner of your screen by clicking the link for the video. Once you have watched the video, you will then come back to this activity and sort the different items here to the correct digraph category. Once you are done, make sure to click the green check mark at the top of your screen to turn in your work. Once you're done recording, then you can click done on the top right corner of your screen. And as you can see, the screen record video will appear on your activity. You can then resize it and place it wherever you'd like for your students to watch the instructions before they get started. You can include a text box and an arrow to indicate to students where the instructions are located and for them to listen to the instructions first before they start on their activity. Once you are done with the activity, you can then click the green check mark and then save it. Once you save it, you can then choose to assign it by clicking on the green button, checking off the class that you would like to assign it to, then clicking assign. And once you have done that, it has now been assigned to your class. Your class will then be able to find it under the Activities tab. And that is it. I hope that you enjoyed creating this activity with me. If you would like a copy of this activity, look for the Seesaw link in the description section found below this video.